ball on the tee. We're set for football. And we are underway from Atlanta. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Looking to pass. First play is Prescott. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott now. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A first down carry for Barkley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Pride. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Cousins. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Arnold Ebiketie in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Barkley, inside handoff.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation, but he meant that there was an incompletion. Okay, so they gave up the completion. I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. He's got it to the 43 here. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now Prescott. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. George Pickens with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cardinals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter there. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. The Falcons had a woeful 3-12 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so try to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Cook again. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 21 yards on a 1st down.
This drive the game helping out, picking up some of the slack, because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 36. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. From the the gun. Here's Cousins. Open man is Uzomah. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter. Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins out to his left. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. C.J. Uzomah from 19 yards away. And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Another first down there as this one goes for 25. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Here's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Second down and goal. Prescott. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Comes here right before the safety gets the sack.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense. So the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Prescott on third and goal. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cardinals have moved out in front. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. To throw is Cousins. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Prescott. Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Prescott to throw it. Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Prescott on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Another strong gain on the last. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll throw again. Prescott. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Pride. And the Falcons are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And that's not the second time he's picked up a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Throwing is Cousins. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
So we have come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. Room here to run. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. Fumble recovery, touchdown for Arizona. York now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. And they'll accept that penalty. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive with Cook. And some room to work. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you string that out? Just a few plays, give us a break, back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Barkley. They're going to drop him behind the line yet again, and things go from bad to worse. It's a loss of 4.
It's pretty evident. We can see what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing, Prescott. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down.
Plain and simple. That's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
That one, I think maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He just got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and the lead will stay put at 17. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. It wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
130 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Second down, they go right back to Cook. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They'll try the middle with Cook. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cardinals are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Schwartz. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Here's a give to Barkley. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on second down. Prescott. They complete it to Hill. And That's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Saquon Barkley, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Cardinals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 24.
York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
They'll go to Barkley again. 52 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Brandon, got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Cardinals on third down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce.
And they got him behind the goal line. Cook goes down for a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. The all-everything defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, the one who made the play there.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. 2 running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandable.